Hey babes, my name's Hannah.
And my name's Chasity.
Welcome back to Bookish Babes. We have a special guest.
Hi, me again. Santana.
We don't know what order these videos are going up in. This is Santana. She's going to be in several videos.
Hey.
May not even be a special guest.
Yeah, she's our honorary social media manager. She runs our fan club.
Yeah, I do it all.
She is really our #1 fan.
A single mom who works 2 jobs.
Honestly, loves her kids and never stops. Today's video is our top 2023 TBR. We made a video like this mid-2022, and we just revisited it to see what we had read on the list. I did very bad. She did great.
Did great.
But this is these are like my top books these are our top books that we want to get to in 2023.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to start?
No.
The first one that I do want to read for this new year is Ledge by Stacey McEwen. Comes highly recommended.
I've read that one.
I know. I have your copy.
Top of my list are the Game of Thrones books. Big fan of the show. Started reading the books in 2022. I read the first one and like the first half of the second one. We decided that we're all three going to read them together. She has already read them. She has never read or watched. So that's the top of my TBRs. I want to read the whole series, and we're gonna read. Oh, you watched the first season years ago. Doesn't count. So we're all gonna read those together, and that's pretty much top of my TBR because I'm excited to get through that series.
I think it doesn't count. Top of the TBR for me is The Stolen Heir by Holly Black. I just reread the Cruel Prince trilogy to prepare. I have it pre-ordered. I'm hyped as shit. I'm so excited. I'm afraid that it's not going to live up to the Cruel Prince trilogy, but I've always been a big Holly Black fan. I've read a lot of her books, so we'll see.
That's funny that you said Holly Black because The Cruel Prince is on my list.
The Scandal.
Going off of yours, Cruel Prince is also on my list.
Wow. Influence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard tons about it, but, you know, I've kind of been like, whatever, people like it, but I'm not going to read it. But somebody just keeps telling me to read it. So.
Listen, I read it in years, like, right when the third one came out. I finished it, and I was afraid going back and rereading them since I've fallen off the YA cliff that I wouldn't enjoy them.
Right.
They don't necessarily read like YA. Like, they're not normal teenagers, like, putzing around, freaking out about
I agree.
grades.
Yeah. I have read The Cruel Prince already. I read it, but I don't feel like I gave it a fair enough shot. I liked it. I don't remember much of it. I don't think I retained much of it. I read it either in the midst or right after I started reading Sarah J. Maas. I had Sarah J. Maas on the brain, so I just didn't have a lot of room for another fantasy series. And so I don't feel like I really retained, I think like I just skimmed it. So I want to read it again. It's also on my list, and give it like a really fair shot.
Because I feel like that happens to me a lot if I try to do a fantasy right after any kind of Sarah reading.
Plus, I like went into it thinking like, this is a YA, I'm not going to be into it.
Yeah.
And so I didn't give it a fair shot. So I want to read it again and give it a fair shot.
Fair.
Please. I'm excited to see what you guys think. My next one was Game of Thrones. Again, we're reading them together. I've read the first 2 and half of the third one. So I have a fair, I mean, it's been years. I read them in high school. There's a dog going on my pant leg. I just felt a snoop on my leg. So I'm excited to go back and reread them. I have both the audiobook and like the physical book, so I don't know if I'm gonna listen to them or read them. Probably a mix, just to see.
Here's why I think this will be really interesting. It's because we've got like the whole spectrum here, right? Like, you are a casual, like you've watched the show once, you've read, you know, a few of the books once. You technically watched the first season, but she hasn't really watched the show. She hasn't read the book. She's not familiar with the story. I am a super fan of the show. I have watched the entire show through several times, and I have certain episodes that I've watched over 10 times.
Yeah.
Like, I love the story, but I have never read the books until I read the first one last year. So I think it'll be really cool to like, I think we agreed that we're gonna read the books and watch the show and like talk about it to kind of see our opinions on everything.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, that was just a little side note. What's your next one?
I think so. I don't have any specific call outs for this author, but I definitely want to read some V.E. Schwab this year.
Cotton Schwab.
God, don't.
I heard somebody on TikTok call her Cotton Schwab, and that's all I could think of now.
She also, I mean, she's V.E. Schwab and Victoria Schwab. So she uses a different name for like YA and like kids. But
Either way, that was my slipper. Sorry.
So excited for you to read V.E. Schwab.
I am too. Like, she's been on my list, but you know, these stupid lists.
What list?
Yeah, right. My next one is the Outlander series. This has been on my list for a long time. I'm getting to it this year. I'm committed because I want to watch the show, but I won't let myself watch the show until I've read the books. I will get to it this year.
You literally have no idea how many times I have bought the first book, given
I
it
own
away,
it.
and bought it.
I
and
own
given
it.
away.
There's no excuse.
Like,
it's
need to
just
read
like
it.
it's a thick boy.
It is. I've read the first one. It's really, really good.
Everybody likes it, so I'm going to get to it.
I started the second one and it really confused me the way it starts at the second one, so I need to go back and try to reread it. So maybe I'll join you on that. I won't reread Outlander because I just reread it this year, but I will start with the second one.
Leave me out. I have to do it.
I guess you better join
I'm
us.
telling you,
We
this year
should
we're just gonna
start-
read all the same books.
Once we finish Game of Thrones, because there's only, what, 5 books out, we'll do
Yeah.
Outlander.
Okay.
So we'll start Outlander in, what, June?
Yeah. Okay.
Sounds good to me. My next one is Bridge Kingdom by Daniel Jensen. I've been meaning to read it. Don't ask me why I haven't. I just haven't.
Okay.
She just hasn't.
It's been there, but there have been other books.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It goes back to me. I forgot we were going the other way. The next one, I'm really excited about this one. And I don't care what anybody says, but Spare.
It's also on my list.
Also, I didn't add it to my list, but I also really want to read it.
I cannot wait.
I pre-ordered the audiobook since he's
They-
narrating it himself.
I cannot wait to hear it in his words.
So excited.
I love
I'm
hearing
so
Megan. I don't even care.
I do too.
I am so excited to see what he
All
has
the
to
way.
say.
Yeah.
All 100%.
Next one on my list is the same as her. It's The Bridge Kingdom. This was on my list in 2022. I suck and I didn't get to it. And I'm going to get to it in 2023. I also have no reason for the fact that I haven't read it. I just haven't picked it up.
Yeah,
I
I
want
mean,
to.
like-
I think I'd really like it. I just haven't done it yet.
There's so many other books
I
that
know.
have just taken...
It's like one of hundreds of books that I want to read, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm pushing it to the top.
But mine next one is A Twisted Love Story by Samantha Downing. I have no clue what this book is about. I want to go in blind. I pre-ordered the audiobook.
Don't need to know.
I don't need to know. I pre-ordered it. I'm gonna listen to it and I'm gonna probably love it.
There's another one that I read by her. Have to look it up for you. And then there's a short story included in Audible subscriptions
Oh shit, is there?
called like Sleeping Dogs Lie. That one's good too.
But I'm gonna download
And
that.
then there's one that I bought from her that I haven't read yet.
Okay.
But yes.
Yeah. I pre-ordered this so fast. I didn't know it was releasing. I happened to be watching another booktuber and they were talking about how it was coming out and I was immediately closed out, opened Audible, pre-ordered it.
Yeah, I requested an advanced reader copy from NetGalley, but I don't think I got it.
There was an arc.
Yeah, I think it's still up.
I'm gonna look. I'm gonna get it. Anyway.
Is it me?
Yeah. Is it me? Am I the problem?
Next one, Happy Place by Emily Henry. I fucking love Emily Henry, and
Oh,
I
didn't know
cannot
she's
wait.
coming out with another one.
Happy
I
Place.
did. I haven't read any of her stuff. I
I
need to.
read... What's the one I read? People With Me on Vacation.
You should read Book Lovers.
Which do you think would be the best one to start with?
Probably Beach Read.
I did read a couple chapters of Book Lovers. But I
love
read it
Book
in a
Lovers.
mood when I wasn't ready to read it.
I think you should start with Beach Read
Okay.
and then go to People We Meet on Vacation.
Just work your way down.
Just work your way. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's the best way to do it, honestly.
Easy enough.
My next one is actually an author. It's Ronald Malfi. I want to read more horror. I discovered I really actually like horror. Specifically I want to read Come With Me and Black Mouth. Those are the two that sound really interesting to me.
Are either of those the one with the wife Like was like missing in a hotel room.
I think it's Come With Me.
I want to read that one.
I think I have it, and I just haven't read it yet. But yeah.
I want to read that one.
My next one, Hannah's gonna be thrilled. House of Sky and Breath. I promised that if I didn't read it this month, because of the reading challenge, I would do it in January. I don't know why I did that to myself, because now I'm reading that and Game of Thrones.
Those might be the only 2 books you read, and that's okay.
Damn well
That's
might be.
all we need.
No, that's okay because I have to read Game of Thrones and Throne of Glass this month. So.
Are you starting with Assassin's Blade?
Dang.
I already did Assassin's Blade.
Okay, so you're starting
So,
Throne of Glass.
yeah.
Throne of Glass. Okay, good. So I'm gonna start that, and then Hannah can tell me all her spoilers that she's been so kindly reframing.
Hey!
Yeah, exactly.
Quit it.
That's how I feel.
I can't wait. I literally can't. We're gonna make a whole fucking
Here's the
video
thing,
about
I can only be trusted to keep my mouth shut for so long. Eventually, I'm gonna slip up.
Look, I promised that I would video myself reading the last chapter for them.
And then I'm...
Because I can only be trusted for so long to keep my mouth shut.
Well, I will end your suffering.
And I can never remember, like, it's funny because earlier I wanted to show her something, and I was like, oh, I can't show you this. And I was like, wait, yes I can, because it was about ACOTAR. And I keep getting mixed up, and that's why I can't be trusted, because I keep getting mixed up about which books you haven't read.
The only ones I haven't read is Crescent City 2 and Kingdom of Ash, and technically Tower of Dawn. But
I haven't read Kingdom of Ash either, to be fair.
I haven't read Tower of Dawn. I'm a Kale
y'all,
stan,
I almost
but
fucked that up, so y'all need to get on it, because I almost fucked
I'm
that up.
not worried about spoilers from Kingdom of Ash.
I'm not either. It's been out long enough.
It's not so much spoilers. I just forget that y'all sometimes don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
Yeah. Tower of Dawn is just...
Right.
I should read
I'm
Tower of
not
Dawn.
reading Tower of Dawn. I refuse.
I should read it this year, but...
I skipped it when I was reading it.
Girl. I'll read it and I'll give you a rundown.
Read it.
I'll give you the spark notes. It's huge.
I'm just disgusted. The High Mountain Court, A.K. Mulford.
That's also on my list.
Super excited about this one. So somebody bring me a copy.
Hannah.
It's gonna be me because she
because
has to read copies, so.
I also want to read it. It's also on my list.
Or else I'm gonna be forced, super forced to buy a copy.
forced.
You don't have to buy a copy. I'll just give you mine. I mean, let you borrow mine. Next one on my list is The Ruin of Kings. I didn't write down the author. I don't know who the author is.
Jennifer Lyon.
There you go.
Yep.
I'm pretty pumped about this one. This is a newer one on my list. I just read the back one day and I was like, period, that sounds great.
I have this one as well.
Let me
So we're
know
gonna do
because
it.
Ian bought it and I would like to read it too.
So
I'll steal his
I've
copy.
been a fantasy girly lately, so.
There you go. Speaking of fantasy, my next one is Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. I've read Mistborn, the first one, The Final Empire, which they're getting rebranded to just be Mistborn. I want to finish the series because he just keeps fucking releasing more and it's getting out of hand, buddy.
Now, I've never read anything by Brandon Sanderson. Do you recommend this series to start with?
I would. I think Mistborn would be good. If you don't want to start with the YA, Mistborn would be a good one.
Okay.
It's got a relatively easy magic system and the world building. It's a heist, essentially. It's a heist book where the bad guy has already won prior to this book starting.
Okay.
It's a lot of fun. I've only read the first one. I don't remember why I never continued it. I have the first 3. So I just need to continue it. Also, I have like 4 other Brandon Sanderson books that I'm getting this year because he did the secret Kickstarter thing.
Oh, that's right.
So I have 4 surprise Brandon Sanderson books coming my way this year.
Cool.
So I guess Brandon Sanderson as a whole.
Accurate. Me again? Wrath Goddess Sing by Maya Dean. I really want to read this one. If I'm remembering correctly, it's like a female version of Achilles.
Yes.
Am I correct
Yes.
on that? Yeah.
And I believe it is also Sapphic.
I believe so.
I believe it's Sapphic.
I just know the minute it came in, I looked at the cover and I was like, this is something I need to read. And then I opened it and I was like, this is definitely something I need to read. And it's been staring at me from an end cap for months. So I really, really, really want to read that one.
My next one is The Lost Kings. I also didn't write down the author of this one, so I couldn't tell you. But I just know that I want to read it so bad that I bought it twice on accident. I bought it, I think, a few months ago, and then when Barnes & Noble was having their half off hardcovers, I bought it again. And because I was like, oh, this sounds really interesting, I should buy it. I had already bought it. I already had a copy at home. So that's how much I want to read it. So I really need to get to it.
I don't think I know that one.
It sounds really good. It's a thriller.
I'll have to look it up. Oh, it's a thriller.
That's not what I
A
was
title
thinking.
like that, I was thinking fantasy.
No, it's a thriller. If I remember correctly, it's about like twins and one goes missing.
Oh, I gotta read it.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah, I think.
Bet. On my
You gave
list.
us the Bears detail.
Yeah,
because I've never read
buzzwords.
We're in.
Yeah. My next one is Cruel Seduction by Katie Robert. It's the not the newest one that's coming out, but the next one in the Neon God series. It's coming out later in the year.
So after Radiant Sin?
Yeah, Radiant Sin comes out in February, and I want to say this one's supposed to come out in August.
Okay.
I could be wrong. I'm waiting to get that arc because you girl's gonna get the arc if she can. I'm very excited. It's Aphrodite and Hephaestus. And your girl's I love Aphrodite.
Oh,
Love her.
I need that one.
So
I need that one like yesterday.
I know. So I'm very excited. So
I
continuing
love
on my
Aphrodite.
Katie Robert kick, I guess.
It's still so weird to hear you say Katie Robert.
I know.
It's Katie Roberts. I'm sorry. It's like that.
The
What's that
slander.
effect? Like the Berenstein Bears.
Mandela.
Yeah, because I swear it was Katie Roberts.
Bernstein.
My next one is Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. I've had this book for forever. I just need to read it.
I read this one.
You did.
Is that the one
You
with the
told
blue
me to read
cover?
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You told me to read it.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had it for forever, and I just haven't read it yet. And it looks at me every single day and says, "Bitch, read me."
The next one on my list is one that you read and liked and told me to read, and it's One Italian Summer.
It's so good.
It's in my pile at work to buy. I just need to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds really good. The premise sounds really interesting, and it seems
Jess
pretty
really
short.
liked it too.
Yeah, it seems like a short, quick read. So
The opposite of a short quick read.
okay.
Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon.
I
I've
want
heard
to
a
read
lot of
that
people talk
so
about
bad,
this.
but it's such a big book.
I have both the book and the audiobook. The audiobook's like 35 hours long. And it's
But you can do
it has dragons, it's one and done, and it's sapphic. And I was like, those are all buzzwords for me. I'll take it. Thanks. There is
Yes,
like I think
please.
a prequel. I think there's a prequel coming out. I do have the arc for the prequel, and I haven't even
Read the actual book.
Same. No, same.
So I need to get on that so I could read the prequel because
I'm just ridiculous at this point with my
sis
arcs because I just need to get on this shit.
girl, I feel that.
Me, I read over 100 books this year, and I'm like, I'm ridiculous. I don't read anything. The Maid by Nita Prose. I want to read this so bad. So bad that like when it came out, I had to buy it immediately, and it's been sitting there in my room, in my TBR pile for months.
Can't honestly mood. My next one is A Fate of Wrath and Flame by K.A. Tucker. I really love The Simple Wild by her. And so I think I've had this one downloaded on my Kindle for a while, and it sounds interesting, but I was apprehensive to read it, but it got really good reviews, and the second one also got really good reviews. And I remember reading a review like, this just proves that like K.A. Tucker delving into fantasy was not like a fluke. Like the series is apparently really good, and so since I liked The Simple Wild so much, so I clearly like her writing, I just really feel like this is one that I would really enjoy.
She has
This was a fantasy, but
at least I think so.
she has another series.
She has like some thrillers.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Dipping our toes everywhere.
I know,
Wow,
okay.
we love
As she
reading.
should.
My next one is Love Theoretically, which is Ali Hazelwood's new book. I'm a sucker for Ali Hazelwood. They're not like groundbreaking. Also, they're Star Wars fan fictions.
I have never partook in Ellie Hazelwood.
They're fine. I like them. They're fun, quick romance reads. A little on the cringy side. I will say I just read all of her novellas this month, and there's literally a scene where in one of them he compares the girl's tits to the hills of Mars.
Great.
It's just like
Yeah. Perfect.
They're the same picture.
Yeah, corporate Wichita. Yeah. It comes out, I think, in June, and if I can get an ARC, I'll get an ARC. If not, I'll get it from the library. I'm not gonna buy it. Sorry.
That's fair.
Sorry, sis. I like you. I don't
Sorry,
like
Allie.
you enough.
My last one is The Night Shift by Alex Finlay. I don't remember the name of the first one that I read by Alex Finlay, but I absolutely loved it. So I cannot wait to read this one. Again, this one's been on my list for forever.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly what it's about, to be honest, but I just know that I loved his first one that I read, and I cannot wait to read this one.
My last one is Circe by Madeline Miller. I love Madeline Miller. I love The Song of Achilles, and I loved Galatea. I'm just going to confidently say it that way. I don't know if that's how you pronounce
If
it.
you say it with confidence, it's...
Yeah, it's right. And so I don't see why I wouldn't enjoy this one. So I'm excited to read it. It's been out for a while, but I think it came out before The Song of Achilles, didn't it?
I believe so. I've read
Yeah.
Circe. I haven't read Song of Achilles.
I have not read
did
Circe.
really.
I'm very excited.
If you like her other ones, you'll like Circe.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
My last one is Battle Royale by Koshin Takami.
There you go.
Another like pretty chunky book. I bought it this year with the intention of reading it. Didn't get to it. Gave it to my mother-in-law. She read it, looked me dead in my eye, and said, "It's too bloody." That's the whole point. So.
And so now you need to read it.
Love you, Mom. So yeah, I own it. I want to read it. It's the new translation, so I heard it's better, but we'll see.
Is that it?
That's all I got.
Okay. So those are the books that we want to get to first and foremost
God.
in the new year.
Yeah.
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
I'm about to make those 10 books. Like, I'm about to make my reading goal for next year just 10. So that I know I have to get to those books.
Chris needs to read everything
Yeah.
but those 10.
Literally.
So comment down below and let us know what you think. Hit that like button and subscribe, and make sure you tap that notification bell so you know when we post next. Bye.